Hey guys, it's midnight. I've already tried recording this video, so I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Episode 3 was just leaked. 98% sure that it was just leaked by the ex-former writer. He used to work at Valve. I've read his blogs. I was always a big fan. His name is Mark Laidlaw. This came to my attention precisely 25 minutes ago in my underwear on my bed. I'm literally in my underwear right now. It's midnight. I got work in the morning. I got tipped by my good friend Frank, who works on Hunt Down the Freeman, where a Steam discussion was going on about Mark Laidlaw's recent blog post he put on his website, marklaidlaw.com/epistle-3/, which at the time of this video is Xnay on the site day, connection timed out. It is completely wrecked. I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's an influx of people. Something's happening. Maybe he's getting, attacked by Gaben's fucking hitman or something. Who knows? He basically posted episode 3's storyline. Summing it up really quickly, I mean, first of all, click the paste bin below. You gotta read this. Bananas. The weirdest, trippiest thing I've ever read. I swear to God he was on acid. Maybe he's always been on acid. But reading it, just a basic summary of it. So we all know about the Borealis. Essentially, it begins right when your guys are heading to the Borealis. Alex is reeling from her father's death, and you basically come across a Combine fortress/research facility where the Borealis is kept, obviously, and you guys infiltrate it. You fight the Combine. You get in there, and you see this Combine erection. Not like that, but you see a Combine erection of essentially almost like a lens around the Borealis, which is phasing in and out of existence or something crazy. It's like, imagine an infinity mirror just going both ways, and that's basically what the Borealis is doing throughout space and time. Crazy shit. You get caught by Breen, who is a grub at this point. I mean, it's mentioned at the end of Half-Life 2 about taking a host body. Somehow, I don't know how, Breen jumped out over the edge of the dark energy teleporter and fell into a Combine grub body and started slithering around and ended up in Antarctica. But regardless, you meet Breen, who's now a grub, and he hates his existence. He hates the fact he's a grub. And you shoot him against Alex's wishes because she didn't want him to have a quick death. Shortly thereafter, you run into the lovely, dusty Mossman, who is sitting in a cell. Alex and her, I'm sure, have a feud. You can sort of read about it in the story below, but they have a feud. Obviously, she blames Mossman for her father's death. Obviously, I mean, she made Eli a captive at the Citadel, which led to them blowing up the Citadel, which led to them going to White Forest, which led to tongue in the neck. Unpleasant. Mossman swears she's been working for the Resistance the entire time. She's a triple agent, quadruple agent at this point. I don't know what her boob size is. And she fucking also has these resonance keys. Essentially, the keys that will bring the Borealis into existence for a short time, at least in this plane of reality. You guys fight your way to the Borealis and step aboard once she hones in the resonance, at which point things get really wonky. So you step onto it and you're seeing back in time. You're seeing back into the 7-hour war. You're seeing into the present time where your mates are fighting outside trying to get into the Combine research facility. You're seeing just the entire dimensions, time itself. Edward with his shirt off, taking a shower, everything you can imagine. And while seeing back into time, you discover that the Borealis had something on it, or that was created by Aperture Laboratories, called the Bootstrap Device. The Bootstrap Device is a way of creating a field around a singular object that allows it to teleport anywhere in space and time. The universe, inner dimensions, whatever. Is that a word? Regardless, as one unified object. No need for entry portals, exit portals, a portal gun, an anti-mass spectrometer, hence the Black Mesa incident, nothing. So the Combine had severe interest in it, and the research staff that was on the Borealis back in the day, right when the 7-hour war was happening, tried to get the ship as far away from the Combine as possible. Antarctica. They teleported the ship to Antarctica, where it ended up. Alex and Judith start going at it because, as you recall, Alex, sworn to her dead father's request, wanted to destroy the ship. It cannot be used. It is dangerous. Teleportation has brought unknown misery to the world. Judith Mossman sides with Dr. Kleiner on this issue and wants to use the Borealis. So they're going at it, they're arguing bureaucracy when Judith Mossman has enough. She goes over to the Bootstrap, threatens to shut everything down, is going to pull the switch so that they can't do anything. Alex's plan was to rig up the ship and steer it into the Combine's interplanetary staging area. Essentially, they're seeing into the Combine's invasion station, as I would like to call it. It's where they host their invasions for other worlds, Zen, Earth, the hub of the Combine's power in the universe. Judith's about to pull the switch when Alex pulls her gun, puts a cap in her ass, blows the smoke. Dead Mossman. Rip Mossman. Crazy. Next thing you know, they're traveling through space and time, heading towards the interplanetary dimension, whatever, when suddenly... Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? G-Man shows up. The inconspicuous, mysterious figure of G-Man that we will never know an answer to, by the way, after I tell you this part. He shows up, I'm sure he gives a speech, and then he turns to Alex and he says, "Come with me, Alex." And just to remind you, Alex has never spoken with G-Man, and G-Man plucked her from Black Mesa ages ago, but they've never, co-spired on anything. And he says to her, "Come with me. We have things to do and places to be." Something weird like that. Literally he says that. Alex obeys, and she just walks through the interdimensional door with G-Man, shuts, and you're on an interdimensional missile heading towards the Combine invasion base. So Gordon Freeman, until the last second, the Vortigaunts storm in. They open up a rift and they pluck you out of the ship, the Borealis, and take you away. And that's it. That's it. I don't know what the exposition was like. That's basically all he says, and you have to read it below. But, and again, I have to clarify. This is Mark Laidlaw's leaked blog post, written in a poetic way, as if Gordon Freeman opened a Hello Kitty journal and started reminiscing after a few glasses of wine over the past few months as he went through this ordeal at the Borealis. So it's written in a weird way. It's written in almost like a short story, as poetic way. No details. It's not a game design document. Nothing's 100%. And I'm sure we'll be learning a lot more about this over the coming few days. But I've played Half-Life for years and years and years and years. And I've invested money, time, and I've made amazing memories with the Half-Life franchise. Jumping on the tramp and then going in and playing Gary's mod with my friends, which all stemmed from Half-Life. I remember staying home from school and playing through the Street Wars and Half-Life 2 as a young kid, and just absorbing the atmosphere and the amazing gameplay and the story of a revolutionary game such as Half-Life. And to see it end like that, it just sucks, in a way. It's cool to see, but, like, it's just, I wish the flame didn't have to quite go out like that.